Welcome everyone to this video, where we'll be discussing the results of the WWE Raw episode from December 4th. Drew McIntyre kicks off this episode of Raw expressing his discontent towards an environment filled with liars, hypocrites, cowards, and idiots. He addresses the recent title opportunity given to Jey Uso by Seth Rollins instead of himself and Jey Uso's reluctance against Randy Orton. McIntyre warns Jey that he'll deal with him very soon. Sami Zayn interrupts Drew McIntyre, noting that McIntyre seemed to have a lot to say, inviting him to speak directly to his face. McIntyre asserts that Zayn deserved to be fired from the bloodline for betraying them, claiming they have nothing in common. Zayn highlights his own hard work in overcoming the bloodline, reaching the WrestleMania main event and making his family proud, questioning if McIntyre's family is proud of him. McIntyre frowns and remarks that one of them won't leave there on their own 2 feet. This leads to their match where Drew McIntyre defeated Sami Zayn by pinfall. It was a fantastic match, receiving "This is awesome" chants from the audience. Both men delivered an outstanding performance as expected due to their talent. We'll remember, for example, Drew McIntyre's sequence of a spinebuster followed by a powerbomb full of power and authority. At the end of the match, McIntyre attacked Sami Zayn's leg from behind as Zayn appeared to be injured there. McIntyre followed up with his Claymore kick for the win, living up to his warning from the previous week that he won't show any compassion. Later backstage, McIntyre attacked Sami Zayn again, worsening the injury to his knee. He lifted Zayn's head and told him, "The truth will set you free." Here we see a vicious McIntyre who is dangerous to anyone. Also, in the storyline, Sami Zayn might be out for some time. In the first match of the evening, Nia Jax defeated Shayna Baszler by pinfall in a competitive match. Baszler tried everything, and came close to victory, applying her Kirifuda clutch on Jax, who nearly passed out but managed to rise, crashing to the ground to break the submission. Jax followed up with her Annihilator for the win. Nia Jax continues to rack up wins and is establishing herself as a major force in the Raw women's roster. After the match, Becky Lynch confronted her in the ring, but Jax preferred to leave. Next up, we had a 2 out of 3 falls match between DIY and Imperium. The match concluded with 2 victories for Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa against 1 win for Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. Ultimately, Gargano and Ciampa managed to execute their double-team finisher on Kaiser for the 3 count, securing the win. Giovanni Vinci was really great and showcased an impressive moonsault during the match. This time around, DIY seemed to be more popular with the audience, much more than in previous weeks. Post-match, Vinci seemed to indicate to Kaiser that this defeat was his fault. The tensions are going to escalate more and more within Imperium.
A quick note to ask you to like the video and subscribe. It's always appreciated and essential for the channel. Thank you so much.
Kayden Carter and Katana chants defeated Natalya and Tegan Nox via pinfall with their keg stand on Nox. Chelsea Green, who was at the commentator's table with Piper Niven, seemed dismayed by the outcome. And after the match, Green attempted to confront Chance and Carter, but Chance attacked her with a dropkick, causing her to fall from the ring apron. It seems likely that Chance and Carter will be the next challengers for the women's tag team titles. Given their talent and excellent teamwork, Kayden Carter and Katana Chance truly deserve the opportunity. Cody Rhodes is in the ring for a promo. He recalls the first time he saw the Mist as a child with the Great Muta, feeling terrified by it. Last week, when he faced it again, he remembered why he had been so afraid as a child. However, he blames himself, admitting he wasn't focused enough on the clues left by Shinsuke Nakamura, too caught up in thoughts about the future and the Royal Rumble. A Nakamura promo airs, where he claims their destinies are similar. Both won the Royal Rumble match, and both fell short at WrestleMania, just before reaching the pinnacle. He states that Cody inspired him, and now he'll take Cody's story and make it his own. In the ring, Cody asserts Nakamura is wrong. Their stories and they themselves are different. It's up to Nakamura to prove him wrong. They waste no time in this rivalry as the match is announced for next week's Raw. It sets up a compelling storyline leading up to the Royal Rumble, keeping Cody Rhodes occupied. The Creed brothers defeated McDonagh and Dominik Mysterio by pinfall with the Brutus Ball on McDonagh, as R-Truth watched from ringside, showing up to support Judgment Day. Julius Creed, as always, was impressive. During the match, he managed to execute 6 consecutive belly-to-belly suplexes on his opponents, firing up the crowd, as Michael Cole put it, a freak athlete. After the match backstage, Damian Priest seeks explanations for Dominik Mysterio and McDonagh's loss. The latter blames R-Truth, but Dominik prefers to be straightforward, acknowledging the Creed brothers' strength and warning that Priest and Finn will need to be very cautious. It feels like we're heading towards an excellent match between Judgment Day and the Creed brothers, and R-Truth's interventions while still at Judgment Day's headquarters were pretty funny. It's time for the main event between Seth Rollins and Jey Uso for the Heavyweight Championship title. Michael Cole reminds us that this Monday marks exactly 14 years since Umaga passed away, and that Jey Uso dedicates the match to him. He paid a great tribute. It was a superb main event with excellent chemistry between the two wrestlers. The match had suspense, especially when Jey executed his spear followed by his splash, making it seem like he might win. However, Seth Rollins proved he wasn't the champion for no reason and broke the pin. To conclude, Jey delivered a super kick to Rollins and attempted a spear, but Rollins countered with a pedigree and followed up with a stomp for the 3 count. Truly a magnificent match. After the bout, Rollins and Jey congratulate each other. Jey then leaves the ring, but Drew McIntyre storms in and delivers a Claymore kick. Rollins tries to intervene, but McIntyre pushes him away with a belly-to-belly suplex. McIntyre proceeds to suplex Jey through the commentator's table to close the show. McIntyre takes care of all the faces in Raw, and with such determination he might very well become the champion. But before that he will likely deal decisively with Jey Uso. What to take away from this Raw? A high-quality opening match between McIntyre and Zayn. Nia Jax continues her winning streak. The Creed brothers sent a message to Priest and Baszler by defeating McDonagh and Mysterio, and a fantastic main event for the Heavyweight Championship title, which saw Rollins retain his belt against Jey Uso before Drew McIntyre attacked them. That's it for this video. Did you like this episode of Raw? Let me know in comments. Thank you for watching and take care.